Family and friends, we have gathered here today to celebrate the ultimate act of love and commitment that two people can exhibit, an expression that rarely can be paralleled. Jarrett and Megan have decided to commit themselves to each other's hearts, to share in all of life's incredible moments, and to help assist in making each other's dreams realities. This marriage was created by friendship, respect, love, and mutual understanding. Jarrett and Megan bring with them the dreams which drew them together. They bring the fullness of their hearts as a treasure to be shared, and they bring with them the ability to view the world, themselves, and each other with a sense of humor. Each of you that has joined Jarrett and Megan here today has played an important role in their lives, and each holds a special place in their thoughts. It is appropriate and meaningful that they call upon you on this occasion to take part in celebrating this important event. Today, you are surrounded by your friends and family, all of them gathered to witness your marriage and to share in the joy of this occasion, a day which will be one of the most memorable days of your life. Marriage symbolizes the intimate sharing of two lives. This union stands to enhance the individuality of each partner, and a happy marriage develops continually with your understanding of one another. In sharing life's journey, the two of you will grow in love. You will be taking into your care and keeping the happiness of the one person in the entire world who you love deepest. You are adding to your life not only the affection of each other, but also the companionship and blessing of a deep trust as well. You are agreeing to share strength, responsibilities, and to share love. To make this relationship work, therefore, takes more than love. It takes trust, to know in your hearts that you want only the best for each other. It takes faith to go forward together without knowing what the future holds for you both. While love is our natural state of being, these other qualities are not as easy to come by. They are not a destination, but a journey. As you hold each other's hands, these are the hands of your best friend that are holding yours as you promise to love each other all the days of your life. These are the hands that will work together as you build your future, family, and make your dreams reality. These are the hands that will comfort you in illness and trials and share the joy and happiness of life together. These are the hands that will love you and cherish you forever and always. May you always hold each other and give strength to each other to hold on during the storms and stresses of life. Jarrett, please repeat after me.
I, Jarrett Charles Bent, do solemnly declare that I do not know of any reason why I may not be joined, I may not be in matrimony with Megan, Michelle, Danielle, Muse. It's a long name.
Megan, please repeat after me.
I, Megan Michelle Danielle Muse, do solemnly declare that I do not know of any reason why I may not be joined in matrimony to Jarrett Charles Bent.
Jarrett, please repeat after me.
I call upon all persons present to witness that I, Jarrett Charles Bent, take you, Megan Michelle Danielle Muse, to be my lawful wedded wife.
Megan, please repeat after me.
I call upon all persons present to witness that I, Megan Michelle Danielle Muse, take you, Jarrett Charles Bent, to be my lawful wedded husband.
Do we have the rings? Yes. Jarrett, this ring is a symbol of your marriage and a symbol of your life together. Please place it on the third finger of Megan's left hand and repeat after me.
I, Jarrett, take you, Megan, to be my wife. I will cherish our union, loving you each day. I will trust you. respect you, laugh with you, cry with you, loving you faithfully through good times and bad. Regardless of the obstacles we may face together. I give you my hand, my heart, and my love. Purposely forward for as long as we may show it.
Megan, this ring is a symbol of your marriage and a symbol of your life together. This ring also holds extra special meaning for Jarrett, as it was his late grandfather's ring. So though he cannot be here to embody, he is blessing this union in spirit with his wedding ring. Please place it on the third finger of Jarrett's left hand and repeat after me.
I, Megan, take you, Jarrett, to be my husband. I will cherish our union when you each day, and will trust you, respect you, laugh with you, cry with you, loving you faithfully, through good times and bad, regardless of the obstacles
we may face together.
We may face together.
I give you my hand.
I give you my hand, my heart, and my love. From this day forward, for as long as we both shall live.
So I want you to take a few seconds to look into each other's eyes. Think about this happiness that you're feeling in this place, in this moment. Really let that feeling register in your heart and in your mind. Now I want you to think about your life together in 20 years. Where are you? What are you doing? We all know that visions of the future may not always be identical, but always complementary. A dream you dream alone is only a dream. A dream you dream together, that is reality. And your new reality starts now. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Marriage Act, witnessed by your friends and family, I hereby pronounce you Jarrett Charles Bent and Megan Michelle Danielle Muse to be lawfully wedded husband and wife. Family and friends, please join me in congratulating Jarrett and Megan, wishing them much health and happiness as they begin their life together as husband and wife. You may now kiss your bride.
Megan met Liv through Jarrett and Greg at Brandon and Chelsea's wedding. They instantly became friends and bonded over stealing wine from tables. Ask Liv how she felt the next day after that. Megan, Jarrett, Greg, and Liv enjoy double dates, playing games, and going out to eat. Liv shares Megan's love of coffee and is a newlywed as well. And now the maid of honor, Tanisha. Megan met Tanisha at Holland College as well. They had many clinicals together and learned a lot. There's no bond stronger than those formed in nursing school, sharing the moments of new birth and end of life together. Megan wrote this just for the record. Even though Tanisha consistently reminds Megan how old she is, they are still best friends. Megan has even babysat Tanisha's unique cat, Turbo, who I believe has gave a scar to people on this table. Tanisha is always down to go to Starbucks and down to go to a concert, no matter how sketchy location, aka Betty Wop in a bar basement in Mountain. Now on to the handsome groomsmen. First there's me, Devin. I forgot to introduce myself earlier, so here we are now. I have known Jarrett for about 5 years, and I have to say it started off a little rocky with him wearing a Brad Marchand jersey into a Toronto Maple Leafs household. But through the 5 years, we have grown a close friendship. And nobody has the guts, like Jarrett, to sit in a section full of Halifax Moosehead season ticket holders and yell out, "Go Vote!" And as for Megan, I was Megan's roommate at Acadia for 2 years. And 16 years before that as her brother. We've had her off, like waking up early in the morning, playing Super Mario Bros. 3, Mario Kart in the old 64. And we've had, and driving me to school, listening to only I'm Gonna Be by the Proclaimers on repeat. Actually happened before an exam, not our best idea, still fun. And we did graduate. We've also had her down, like the time she almost gave me and our other roommate, Hunter, pink eye. From a tanning salon. But I couldn't have asked for a better sister. Secondly, we have Greg. Jarrett met Greg back in high school. Jarrett can't put an exact time on when they met. Apparently their lockers were close. And they became best friends. Jarrett would often tell his parents that he was at Greg's and vice versa. But they were at neither of those locations. They were on the road wherever the carousel would take them. Life got in the way of their friendship for a little bit, but Greg's baby face still stayed the same. And if you didn't know, he is also a newlywed with Liv. And now the best man, Josh. Josh and Jarrett met about 8 years ago while they were working at the Canada Game Centre. The bromance began when Jarrett asked Josh, Jarrett made the first move and asked Josh for his gamer tag. The rest is history. Late nights, college adventures, and lots of time spent yelling at each other on Xbox, most of the yelling by Jarrett. Even though Josh had moved halfway across the country, their friendship is strong and forever.
Welcome everybody here. Thanks everybody for coming. I think everybody had a great time today. I don't think this microphone is turned off at all. All right. So I'm just going to wing this. It's more so about, Megan, yeah, growing up, good kid, all that stuff. But it's when she was kind of how she met Jarrett. It was a mystery for the first, I don't even know how long, maybe a few months. So Jarrett started off as Megan's two friends' roommate. He was just the roommate. He was just the guy that was sharing the apartment with two of her friends, just splitting the rent. So then So then what happened after that? Megan, no, that was before that. It was her birthday, I want to say 2008. And we were going to go to Charlottetown to visit.
She graduated in 2008.
2 years ahead of that. I don't know what year it was. This ends in 2019 anyway. She was supposed to go, it was October 16th is her birthday. We were going to go. She insisted that we don't go because her friend was going. And the roommate was going too. And we're like, okay, so he's the roommate. That's all we know him as. And Lisa kind of put that little bit of information in her back pocket. Okay, second time. So then, Megan was home, and there was a hurricane coming, and she had to drive back to Charlottetown. We're like, you need to leave early, and Lisa is very worried, and so we would call her, and like, where are you? And are we leaving?
We're leaving Moosehead.
And she's like, oh, I'm almost to the Confederation Bridge, and then we're like, well, I think they're going to close that soon, so get across. And I think Cabo Good Pass closed, and she kept calling. It's like she was like still getting to Charlottetown. We didn't understand what was going on, and why is she there yet? And so then she calls up on the phone. She goes, I haven't been honest with you guys. I'm just past Truro. I was out with a boy. Lisa, the roommate? Yes, so the bridge had closed, Cabo Good Pass is closed, so she turned around, came home. She's like 20-something years old. I don't know what all the problem is. She's a grown woman. So that's how we kind of met Jarrett. Now he turns into Jarrett. So he's not the roommate anymore, he's Jarrett. So then, Jerome, as Lisa's father likes to refer to him as. So then he came around, and then Devin told you about, we brought him to that Moosehead's Volt game, and he was cheering for the Volts, and Megan was even there. Like, this was the first time we kind of had really the first meeting almost with them, I think.
The Volts won.
Yes, they did. Yeah. Yes, they did. So then, okay, so now, so Jarrett's coming around, and then you heard about the red Marchand jersey.
Oh my God.
So it's like, oh my God, it's like, I guess he can stay. So now Jarrett, he's part of the family now, and coming around, and so Devin and I were going to work one day, and we broke down on the side of the highway, almost on the by-high. We broke down, my van broke down, pulled over to the side, called CAA, and they're like, we can only take one passenger. So then we're like, well, Devin, I'll have to get you a ride, because, you can't stand on the side of the road. And said, do you think Jarrett would come pick you up? And this was the day after Boston put Toronto out in the playoffs. It was the next morning. And so we're sitting here on the side of the road, and we're looking in the rearview mirror, and here he comes in that beat-up old crappy Honda Civic, I can't even believe, I think it's still running. And he has the tenacity to be wearing that Brad Marchand Boston jersey with the biggest grin on his face. And that's all I can see in my rearview mirror of that van. And he come out, and it was like the biggest thing I could see. So then after he did that, I said, you know what, this guy's a keeper. Because he had the tenacity to do that. I think it made him worthy to belong to the Muse family. So we just wanted to welcome Jarrett to the family, and the Bents, all you Bents and all your family, just welcome everybody. Thanks.
I just wanted to thank the Bens. They invited us over. We did the wedding shower. They invited, it was so amazing. You guys, went way out of your way. Also had us over on Monday night for some delicious food. It was so nice. Jillian with the interesting games at the Vineyard. Anyone who has not gone has to go. I don't want to sound like a Nova Scotia commercial, but there are beautiful vineyards in the valley. We had an amazing time, and it was so good to get to know you guys. So thank you. And I just want to thank everybody. I know everybody came from Yarmouth, the valley, everywhere. East Hants.
Josh came from Ontario.
Ontario, yes. I just want to thank everybody for coming. It means a lot. Hi, friends.
Okay, and thank you all for coming. Hello, everyone. I'm Jarrett's sister, Jillian, for those that don't know me, and this is my partner, Harris. On behalf of our family, we'd like to thank everyone for coming today to show their support for Jarrett and Megan. I can say that I've known my brother Jarrett for his whole life. When he asked me to say a few words on his and Megan's special day, my first response was, no way. What could I say about Jarrett and Megan that they won't kill me for revealing? Here goes nothing. Jarrett was a free bird kind of guy from the start, both in his spirit and the way he carried himself. As a toddler, he could often be found running around outside with no clothes on. I remember it got so bad that Mom and Dad would have to barricade the door to stop his bare-bummed escapades. Reflecting on this now, I've come to the realization that this behavior was likely due to the fact that when he was clothed, it was often our sister Jenna and I choosing him cute little dresses to wear, with makeup, nails, and shoes. Jarrett was always a good sport that way. Speaking of sports, you loved it, Jarrett. Speaking of sports, Jarrett played and excelled in them all, or so everyone says. I remember paddling, soccer, basketball, etc. If you ask Jarrett, he'll tell you this was the period when I wasn't around as much. Even when I was his babysitter at the local paddling club in the summer, he was usually on his own and more responsible than me. Mom, Dad, and Jenna went on all the sports trips and supported him all the way to the Canada Games and his time playing soccer for Acadia. He only recently forgave me for missing these years. I never did thank you for all the house parties I got to have in your absence, though. After university, Jarrett moved out with Harris and I. And this is where Harris and Jarrett began to spend some more time together. And this is where Harris kicked in.
Move. Thank you.
Do you want me to hold that for you?
Okay. Friends and family, I'm the oldest honorary Ben family member. Yeah. Jarrett, you are my brother. I've had the pleasure of watching you grow up from a teenager to the accomplished man we have here today. He and I bonded over video games and movies. We became a popular team working for E1 and Warner Brothers doing movie premieres. Getting paid to watch movies was a pretty sweet gig. I'd like to think that I set Jarrett on his path to personal and professional success when I hired him to work for me at the Toothy Moose nightclub. It seemed like every day he would come to me with a, "I can't believe I just saw that" story. Yeah? I think this is a real education in more ways than one. I'll always remember his amazing work ethic and dedication to the job. His affable nature and ability to make everyone feel welcome was a huge asset. It's no wonder he's found a great career with Pratt & Whitney. They're really lucky to have him. As far as I know, the Toothy Moose is also where Jarrett and Megan's romance first began. At an Aaron Carter concert of all things? You're welcome. Jarrett. Yep. Jarrett and Megan's shared love of a specific polarizing 90s Canadian rock band proves to me that these two are truly meant to be.
Oh, I get it back.
You get it back.
All right. We met Megan for the first time. Oh, maybe I better let them cry first.
Just me.
I'll start over. We met Megan for the first time after they had secretly dated for months. Swooping her up under the radar, Jarrett would travel to PEI while Megan was in school to win her over. She's since been around for all of the Bent family festivities. She hasn't run away after experiencing the iconic Bent family Christmas. She's forgiven every competitive dig made while playing one too many games of Catan. They have been a great aunt and uncle to our dog monsters. Speaking of that, Jarrett, could you and Megan let Finnegan and Leia out tonight? We have a wedding to go to.
Like now?
We'll stop by.
Okay.
So on behalf of Mom, Dad, Jenna, Mike, Harris, and I want you to know how much we love you both and how happy we are that you found each other. You both deserve all the happiness and success in the world. And anyone that doesn't agree with that is a bitch ass. So cheers to you both. You'll have to cheers with your, you can have some of mine here.
Cheers.
Hello everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Tanisha. I hope you all are enjoying yourselves. And as Devin has said, me and Megan have known each other since nursing school. What a treat that was. Lots of great memories. We became friends right away, and she was someone that I could always count on. I don't think that I could have made it in PEI without her, and currently she is one of the most important people in my life, and I'm very lucky to have you. And I guess I also gained another friend that's pretty cool too. Pretty sweet. I was gonna. And by the way, thanks for putting pants on. Really appreciate it. Every time I come over, he yells, "I've got pants on, don't worry." And so, yeah. Megan and Jarrett, thank you so much for the wonderful day. I raise my glass to the two of you and wish you nothing but the best in your life. And may each day be full of love and laughter between the both of you. I love you both.
So good evening, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Josh Taylor, and it's my pleasure and absolute honor to be here tonight to talk about my relationship with my good friend, Jarrett. I might cry. The best thing when I thought about my relationship with Jarrett was basically, we're best described as a tale of two nerds, actually. Video games, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, board games, and as unfortunately Devin just told you all, anime. We've talked about it, gone to see, and of course we've played a lot of games. It all started when I met Jarrett at the Canada Game Center. I was a coordinator, and he was a simple gate guard at that time. My colleague, Josh Vincent, who worked there, gave me some life-changing information, and that was that Jarrett Bent, our new gate guard, he was an Xbox player. And he had played the Destiny game beta that had played or been active the week before. So I can't remember that time if I walked or ran over to Jarrett at the gate desk. I probably ran, yeah. And there Jarrett was, sitting there, letting people in for swimming lessons. And that was the start of my very first romance. I remember the look on Jarrett's face during that conversation. It was his classic, "What is going on?" face, which he has, and you will see it on him. Because here was a coordinator, basically manager, coming over to him to be like, "Hey, did you play the video game this past week?" And he's like, trying to let all these people in. It was super busy, so. Very inconvenient, actually. I think I was just leaning against the wall with my foot up, and it was super unprofessional. However, he must have been really good at pressing that button to let people in the gates, but it didn't take too long before he was promoted to the customer service desk, where we would have many other conversations and some work. As time passed, we became closer and started hanging out and going to parties with our coworkers. I was still relatively new to Halifax, so Jarrett here, he took it upon himself to introduce me to Halifax's classiest nightclubs. Cheers, the Toothy Moose, and of course, the Dome. And I'm being the good influence he was. He's a great influence. I have never gotten so drunk in my life. Which is great, because I wouldn't have had experienced the sensation of split vision or seen Jarrett sitting beside himself. It was quite a bit. But I do thank him, because otherwise I might have gotten thrown out on my face by a bouncer. So he did protect me, so thank you. Also at the time, we exchanged gamer IDs. So, by the way, I gave him my gamer tag first. I don't know what Devin's talking over here.
Megan. Jarrett.
Oh, Megan. Well, I have to make myself look good. Anyhow, I was now friends with Jer Bear. For those who don't know, that's what he goes by online. And I think it might have been a little too cute for him, because after we saw the movie Guardians of the Galaxy 2, he really, truly thought about changing his name to Taserface. For the last 7 years, we've mainly called a game called Destiny, which I've told you. It's your basic, humans versus aliens. It's been a constant in our relationship and friendship, and we've made some friends around the world. And if COVID wasn't a thing, our good friend Mike from Indiana would have flown in here tonight to be with us, so that's unfortunate. I also want to point out the irony that a game called Destiny brought me and my best friend together. It must be. I feel very blessed that Jarrett and I became best friends. He's the kind of guy that's always been there for me. He has driven me to the airport many times, helped me out when I was in pinches, and whenever I needed to get something off my chest, he was there, and boy, can I go on and on. He's listened to me a lot. He is my best friend, which is why before we moved back to Ontario, I broke down crying, and we hugged it out when he asked me to be his best man tonight. I could go on and on about Jarrett, but I did some research saying that I should probably talk with the bride too. So, I first learned about Megan while Jarrett and I were gaming. I asked Jarrett if he wanted to hang out the next day, and he told me no. He was cheating on me and he had a date. Initially, as you guys may have heard, he was a little secretive about Megan. But as time went on, I would get to learn a little more about Megan because I could hear her talking in the background. So Megan would come over and there'd still be some gaming happening. And that hasn't changed to this day. At this point, I have literally heard anything and everything, leaving me confused, shocked, embarrassed, and in tears from laughing because these two are something else. I'd like to say I met Megan at some fancy party event, but I actually met her when Jarrett came to pick me up to take me to the airport, and there was Megan sitting in the back. Megan, this is Josh. Josh, this is Megan. Classic Jarrett introduction. No handshakes, just an awkward ride to the airport. And Megan was stuck in the back. I lost my spot. At that point, Megan was going to school in PEI, so I didn't get many times to talk to her other than the car. Of course, there was always the odd time when Jarrett was playing games with me. He'd go, I need to take a break. Megan, talk to Josh. Thunk! And then you'd hear the headset coming down over her hair, and then Megan, classic Megan, sup? Sup, dude? Also in my research, I found out common thread was when the best man says how he may have helped the couple along in some way. So I remember Jarrett and I were gaming, of course. You can tell all of our important talks, like politics, job prospects, relationships, emotional support. They all happen while Jarrett and I are gaming. Anyways, Jarrett mentions that Megan was moving to PI for school and was concerned about his long-distance relationship with her. So we talked it out loud. I mainly listened. And when he waited for me to say something, I told him, Jarrett, I believe in you. And if you really like Megan, you will find a way to make it work. Which, clearly, it did. I remember all the times Jarrett carting his Xbox along the PEI, which went everywhere with him in those days. Made many trips to Charlottetown to see Megan. And I do mean everywhere. He took it to work, to my house, to Prince Edward Island, to his parents' house, and of course Harris and Jillian's on many occasions in those days. Eventually I did get to hang out with Megan at several holiday parties and board game nights. I remember a particular night, to my delight, Megan was trying to sabotage Jarrett in a game, which I don't recommend. He is quite competitive, so keep that in mind if you have the chance. But we had a lot of fun and we laughed a lot. I finally got to see what made Megan so special to Jarrett. She was super nice, considerate, loved music as much as he did, and most importantly, she made him smile. Also Megan, as a gamer, I'm just going to throw there, I'm super impressed that she's collected all the stars in Mario 64. All of them. I've tried to recruit her to join our online teams many times so far, but she always just laughs and shrugs it off for some reason. Now for some customary best man advice. So Megan, okay, important. A 24-hour gaming raid contest does not make Jarrett and I children. It's a test of true gamer skills, and most importantly, a test of our friendship. So please do not get mad at him this coming February. Also, please keep Jarrett well-rested and well-friend. Otherwise, his boss may one day walk into the back room and find him sleeping under the desk, out of view. Jarrett? Megan is a real catch. So don't let me drag you into overgaming and ignoring her. Spend as much quality time with her as you can and follow your own advice for a change. Make good choices. So remember how basically all of our important talks happen online? There was another time when we were gaming, Jarrett told me he had purchased a ring. I was going to ask Megan to marry him. I was so happy for them then, and even more so now. Seeing you here, how far you've come, knowing what you have gone through to get here. I wish you all, both, a happy future and good fortune. So if you'd all, whatever we do here, raise your glasses to Jarrett and Megan. Cheers.
Like what Mom said, we want to thank everybody for coming, everybody who helped with anything, any of the little boxes that were made, any lights that were flicked on, the tassels, everything. Like, thank you everybody for coming together. I know that you guys don't all know each other, but you're all very important to us, and we're so happy that you could come here for us.
But for me, it's I just want to say everybody who's made it into the room, in some way or another, you've touched our lives, and we love you guys. So thank you so much for traveling and being able to be here with us.